A funeral procession has taken place for one of the first deceased hostages given back to Israel since the ceasefire began. Guy Illouz was taken by Hamas from the Nova Music Festival during the October the 7th attacks. His coffin was taken from the city of Rishon LeZion to his final resting place in his hometown, just north of Tel Aviv. His family invited the public to stand along the route with Israeli flags to accompany Guy on his final journey. Middle East correspondent Adam Parsons was there.
Guy Illouz was 26 years old. He was a sound technician at the Nova Festival. He was there with his oldest friend, and they were obviously at the festival when it was attacked on that morning of October 7th by Hamas. He got into his car to try to flee. His friend alongside him was shot, and Guy Illouz was also shot and wounded. He was taken alive into Gaza by Hamas, and it's understood that he went to Al-Shifa hospital and didn't receive anywhere near sufficient medical treatment and died during October 2023 in the hospital. Now, the reason we know those details is because another hostage called Maya Regev was allowed to go and visit him in the hospital and has told a pretty emotional story, actually, of how she was brought to Shifa, that how Guy Illouz was told that the Hamas had a surprise for him, and he thought that it was sage tea. In fact, Maya Regev walked in and sat with him. She didn't know him then. She spent a lot of time with him, got to know him, and said that after his death, she would return back here to Israel and bear witness to his family and tell them about his state, about his thoughts, about what he was like in those final days. So it's a pretty harrowing and sad story. I mean, to be honest, it's a bleak tale. A 26-year-old man who, by all accounts, loved music, was considered universally described as a gentle, pretty quiet soul, who was killed that day in brutal circumstances. So this is the first funeral for those who have been returned by Hamas as part of this hostage swap deal with 20 living hostages, and so far 7 dead hostages returned. A fourth person who was returned yesterday, the IDF has said, was not one of their hostages, and that is adding to this question about whether the ceasefire can be sustained.